Welcome everyone. So today we are going to understand how to solve this particular question. Okay, this is one thing which lot of people got stuck. Literally many could not solve this. Okay. So the question is that a into a divide by a plus a is equals to a. And obviously there are options which is 1, 2 and 3. So now the confusing part for many people was that since the entire question is in the form of variable and the none of these options have any variable or a as a part of their answer, so they thought that this either there is a printing error or this is something which is very difficult. So I'm going to show you. Literally this is super easy. You don't have to worry about anything. All you just have to remember is that one very important thing is about the law of indices. If you know indices very well, you can solve this very easily. Okay, but if you don't know, then in that case things can get trickier. Okay, so now here what will happen is that, see, before, again, like always, I will tell you all that if you know the answer or if you thought that the answer is 3, then you are absolutely right. Then you can literally skip the video towards the end and see whether you can figure this out, or because that will be a part where I'll give you a DIY question. Okay, but for those who could not figure out the answer to be 3, then please stick around. I'm going to explain you how to solve these kind of questions. Okay, now beginning. So we have what? A into a into a. Let's look at it from the number point of view. When you have 2 into 2 into 2, so basically what you do what? 2 into 2, which is 4 into 2 gets you, again this into 2 has to be done, right? So 4 into 2 gets you 8. And as we know, 8 is nothing but what? 2 cube also. So now what is this? Basically, see, understand, when you have the same base and the indices, whatever indices you have, in this case, since there was nothing as the index, we are taking it as 1. Okay, so what happens in this case is we just add the indices 1 plus 1 plus 1. That gets you 2 raised to 3. Okay, now if the same kind of a question we had what? 2 raised to 3 into 2 raised to 2, then in that case what you would have done is 2 raised to 3 plus 2. Since the bases are same, you would have added the indices. That gets you 2 raised to 5. And 2 raised to 5, as we know, the answer is what for this one is 32. Okay, so let's look at it this way. 2 cube is what? 2 into 2 into 2. As we know, that is nothing but what? 8. And 2 square is nothing but what? 2 into 2, that gets you 4. And when you multiply these two, you get the answer as 32. Okay, so please understand, when the bases are same, you can directly add the indices. Okay, this is very important for anyone who is not able to crack indices question. Okay, so now obviously when you look at your question, you must have understood that, okay, a into a, so we can add the indices. Now what happens when you have a plus a plus a? So let's look at that as well. When you have a plus a plus a, okay, so here in this case is that what you have to just add the coefficients. In case of additions, you just have to add the coefficients. Okay, please understand. See, if you had a plus 2a, so when you don't have any coefficient with your variable, that means that the coefficient to be taken is just 1. 1 multiplied by any number will get you the number itself. So we don't normally write 1 ahead of a coefficient. Okay, so when you don't have any coefficient, it is understood that the coefficient is 1. It's just like dividing any number. When you don't have any denominator, that means it is divided by 1. Okay, so now what you have to do is just add a 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2, and then you have a over here. Or in this case, what we can do is, see, we'll go step by step. When you take a common, what you're left is 1 plus 2. So you get a into 3, but our common practice is what? Writing this as nothing but what? The number comes ahead. That becomes your coefficient. So this becomes 3a. So here also this will become 3a. Okay, I hope this is very clear to everyone. So again, let's look at one more example and then we'll go back to our question. So the example over here I'm going to explain is what? 10x plus 20x plus 3y. Now understand, here in this case, this variable is different. So please don't make the mistake of taking x common and adding 10 plus 20 plus 3. No, you can't. You can't. Why you can't? Because here the variable is y. It's not x. If the variable was x, then you would have done this. It's correct. Okay. So here what would have happened in this case is that you just have to add the indices. Add the coefficients of x, that is 10 plus 20. And what will happen to 3y? It will continue as it is. Don't forget that you have to write it as well. So what happens is 10 plus 20, that gets you what? 30x plus 3y. Okay, this is very, very important for everyone to remember. If the coefficients are different, you cannot add, if the variables are different, then you cannot add the coefficients. Okay, here if you want to further simplify, all you can do is just take 3 common, that's it. You can't do anything else. So this will get you 10x plus y. This is the maximum simplification you can do for this particular question. Okay. So going back to your question, we have a plus a plus a. That gets you what? 1 plus, so let's take a common. We have 1 plus 1 plus 1. That gets you how much? 3a, or a into 3, that gets you 3a. Okay, I hope this is very, very clear to everyone. So let's look at our question. What will happen in this case? Okay, as we know that the index over here is 1 1 1 and the coefficient over here is 1 1 and 1. So a into a, that gets you what? A raised to 1 plus 1 plus 1, that gets you a raised to 3. And this gets you a common, and 1 plus 1 plus 1, that gets you 3. So again 3a is equals to a. Okay, I hope this is very, very clear to everyone. Now what next can you do is that you can multiply, take this denominator ahead. So therefore I can say a cube equals to 3a square. Okay, now since I want the value of a, what I can do is I'll divide both sides by a square. Okay, so in this case what will happen is, see, let's do this on this side. So a cube divided by a square is equals to 3a square divided by a square. So your LHS is pretty much sorted. Okay, this becomes 3. What happens in your RHS is, see, understand, when you have the same base, okay, and the index is different, what you do is you can take this index on top, and what happens is it gets subtracted to the index of the numerator. So a raised to m upon a raised to n gets you a raised to m minus n. So here you will have a raised to 3 minus 2. That gets you a raised to 1 equals to 3. That means, therefore, I can say a raised to 1 or any number raised to 1, you can directly write in the form of just number. So the value of a is nothing but 3. Okay. Now time for your DIY. Students, please remember, I keep uploading every day minimum 2 videos. Okay, and in those videos I normally pick out those questions which are very tricky or many people could not solve. So if you have any of these kind of questions where you got stuck, or you did not understand how to solve, please let me know so in the comment section. Now for your DIY, please tell me what will be x into x square upon x plus x plus x plus x. I'm not going to make it equal to anything. I want your answers in the form of x. Okay, so please let me know what will be the answer for this one. That's it for today. I will see you in the next video.